Surrender?
At last, it begs for its life. It pleads because it knows I'm its master. I will finish this.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought.
Alright, I'm gonna report this last section, alright?
The Emperor's strength to keep it there.
Alright. Alright. Letting you know.
Opportunity, perhaps.
Too late. Dominic playing Warlord. Yeah, dude.
I must obey. I must end.
Where's me? Where am I?
Hopes,
Oh.
nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn methods. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain.
Alright, Gale, go get it.
Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity.
This bitch going down!
I cast Featherball.
Thankfully that's AoE, so let's just get it.
I choose only myself and us.
I latch on to you.
Counter spell.
That's not a thing you can counterspell.
You take 60 points of cold damage armor back for 7 minutes.
It's not damage, I'm just holding on.
Disintegrate.
Yeah, sure, you have time to read a scroll after casting Featherfall, and then, you know, this happens.
What do you mean scroll? I haven't prepared today. I prepared every big education spell on my man, just in case.
And they died. Oh.
These guys get fucked.
Now the river's poisoned for all eternity.
Smart wall.
Smart water? I know you just didn't say that.
The water is
Smart wall.
making people intelligent.
It's opposite of blood poison. Oh my god, guys.
No, no. Don't you dare.
Bit. You're now level 3. Yeah, now level 8.
Save me!
Yeah, now level 9. What?
We've been saved!
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
Should have learned to bloody swim. Can't believe I almost drowned at the last hurdle.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
We did it. The nether brain is dead. I can't feel the tadpole. They must have all died with the brain. That means we can't turn into mind flayers. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with being a mind flayer, of course.
It makes little difference to me. I did what I had to secure my freedom. And in spite of your resistance to completing your evolution, you have proved a good ally. I'm glad you think so. I did my best.
Overall, he's a pretty
You
good guy.
have succeeded, but I have failed. Gith's son is dead, and Vlaakith has abandoned me. I will be hunted by her Inquisition to the ends of the world. I must leave. I have nothing more to gain by being here.
Persuade!
Persuade.
What's
Two?
the
I can't tech. We don't have that.
The
That's not even
world
custom game
looms
7.
before me. Never has it felt so vast and so empty. But at least it will be a world in which there is no grand design.
See how the dragons flee you, Boo? Now they know you stand as this plane's protector.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. With the crown in my hands, I will be unstoppable. The casts I weave will be mine to command. I would be more than the greatest wizard who ever lived. I would be a god. It's I who should be saying such things. Do not think I leave you without a heart as heavy as your own. I owe it to myself to follow where destiny leads. I'll never forget you. That I promise. If you ever felt differently, there'll be a place waiting for you in the heavens.
In a way, that'd be pretty amazing too. Can you imagine having a friend who is a god who's like making sure when you die that you rise up?
Another low mortal grasping at godhood. Perhaps he will manage it and be everything he promises. Perhaps not. Better for the world not to find out at all, I think. And certainly better for Gale that Mystra does not. But he set himself on his path. We have our own next steps to think on.
What comes now? I cannot remember the last time we did not have a grand purpose to work
Nithara staring menacingly in the background.
Amazing. Me angry.
Oh, she's closer now. Oh no!
She
heard you. She heard us.
Getting closer.
Yeah, she heard us. Celebrations in order first.
Heroically spoken. We must find an inn. Minsk has been banned from his share of ale halls, but I am sure you and Boo can speak for me.
I will not be joining you. I fear my presence will be no more welcome in the streets of the city than it ever was.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but part of me will miss you.
I will miss you, too.
Now that you no longer live in each other's minds, it's hard to tell if the mind flayer is being sincere, though perhaps no harder than it ever was.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the...
Yeah, you're not evolved, and now you don't have that, so you need to be running. The sunlight hurts you again.
I don't know how it's touching him. He's fully cloaked right now.
It was nice when it lasted. I'm sorry. I have to go.
Astarion will keep to the dark now, I wager. At least, he'll find plenty to feast on.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do? So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful.
We de-evolved?
Yeah. Marco's gone.
I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw... Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlach, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
You can't.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with people who love you. Azariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlach.
All right. All right. We have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
Thank the gods you've seen sense. Come, to Avernus we go. Our next adventure awaits.
Ah! Why is it so hot here?
I mean, realistically, with the way they're kind of pushing that, though, you just go to Avernus long enough to get it properly fixed, and then you could make, you know, jaunts back to the regular world every now and again.
Yep.
It's over.
You obviously can survive for a while.
Because of you. You who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no death gods.
Scratch.
You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Well, soldier. Here we are.
Hell.
It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods. Like clockwork. They'll be on us soon. But there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you lot.
Will looks so funny. His outfit.
He's just the boss in the background.
Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out. Just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
Ah!
Fuck off!
Why do I have a bow? I'm not an archer.
It was the last stuff he used.
No!
So I've swapped before we killed him. So that's where you went. Where did you go, Gabe?
You kidding? I'm going along too.
You went there, no bonus, or is this us three?
I'm invisible, dumbass.
Oh!
Ah.
You said you said he's always. Oh, okay. Lone screen. Lone screen.
Next time we gotta make sure to do everybody's
6
storylines.
months have passed since you defeated the Netherbrain. And since then, you have seen more of life than you ever thought possible. You are greeted as a savior, a champion, a hero.
You're all gripped out.
But sometimes you feel like something else entirely. An adventurer, a traveler. A
Oh, look at the
survivor.
drip, though.
You faced
Yep.
down the gods. You thwarted the grand design. Anything seems possible. But before you can write the next chapter of your story,
So what technically happened to the other
this
protagonist of Baldur's Gate?
Going's ward. It's kind of known. I think he just lived his life after he dealt with his half brother.
What are you talking about?
Talking about Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 protagonists. Going's ward. Oh.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt.
Oh, so I'll be back because Will's here.
Far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute. Tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
And also, so. Alright. You wanna talk to him?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk to people because I've not seen. Alright, I'm gonna talk to Shadow.
It's good to meet again.
Starting to wonder if you'd show up. He's quite powerful for a fellow content to loiter in our camp the whole time, isn't he? I wonder if he'll ever reveal what he's been up to exactly. But no matter. If Wither's wily ways are what it takes to have you here with us, then I'm all for it. Well, come here, will you? It's been forever.
Short.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
Are you calling me chubby?
I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Trudy. I had no doubt, but I'm glad to hear you say it all the same. Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister. One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. Gods, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long.
That was truly
I
heroic.
know they are. I can still sense them, I think. And one day we'll be reunited. Well, I've had run-ins with my former fellow Sharans on a couple of occasions. Word seems to have spread of what happened at the cloister. Now other chapters of Shar worshippers see me as a prime target to offer up to their lady as a sacrifice. Don't worry. I know their tired old tricks better than anyone. They'll need more than a hooded cloak and poisoned blade to best me. Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. I'm glad you two have each other. Hells, I'd be almost tempted to come along if you'd have me. Perhaps if your adventures ever lead you out of Avernus permanently. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves. I'm sure we will, but let's be proactive about it all the
Yeah,
time.
50 years later. Hey!
Face down bigger threats than wrangling together a few
I'm
social
dead.
calendars.
I'm dead. Still better than the
Don't be a stranger.
still
Yeah, it
better
was
than
nice.
my ending from last time.
Oh, now you're having that conversation with her. Okay.
Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Should whatever you want.
You feel a little more.
Oh,
no
so the same
offense,
same
and
stuff?
I'm glad you seem well.
Huh?
Trudy,
Or
don't be.
Alright, who's the next on the list?
let's see. I want to talk to. Wait, do I have? Let me talk to. Scratchy boy. Oh, we didn't have the owlbear this time.
Sedge.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite
Oh, it's
speak
the-
around the thing he has in his mouth.
It's the artifact.
Playing with the fucking prism.
So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to snuggle. Aww. I missed your smell, but this thing I found had you all over it. I brought it for you.
Yeah, fuck this thing! Throw it in the ocean!
To throw it? I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you. You know best, but a little fetch never hurt anyone, as far as I know.
Can I throw it? Can I throw it? Or did he give it to me?
It's that's right. No, he picked it up.
I expect there have been other reasons to which I was not.
Don't do it too much. Don't hit. Scratch Baxter.
Alright. What are you gonna do next? Will, Volo.
I mean, Will is just asking the doctor. He's dancing finally.
This seems pretty red, but
Do we finally get to see his dance moves?
Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
There's a fucking check!
There you go.
I'm good! I know how to breathe! Let's go, boys!
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
It's weed, isn't it? No.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that
What are you,
faintest
from
hint
like,
of vanilla.
cooking anime?
A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, the three of us have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? And get this, if those blueprints we found work, I could reverse engineer my stone eye. Instead of Mazora tracking me, I could track her. It's past time for her old pet to sink in his fangs. I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself.
It's come away.
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And
that's one way to get rid of corruption.
Commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Are you talking to here?
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
You can breathe too.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries.
Why are you going through it too, Brandon? Just cause?
See if there's anything new, because I'm not full. I wasn't with them in the bus. Yeah, okay. No.
Alright, on to whomever next.
You talk to you're streaming thing, so I can see it through your eyes.
I'm gonna talk to Minsk.
Alright. I'm just trying to talk to see if there's anything new because I'm a wizard sorcerer.
It is our old friend. Oh, and it is good to be seen. Oh, after so many days down in the dark, Minsk began to wonder if he was some blind bug who had only dreamed himself to be large and bulksome. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell. Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover.
You are in a cell?
Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference. It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no?
He should have been a barbarian. I don't
He's very... Yeah.
In ample time indeed. So long as the Bone Mage returned...
The character was made. There was no barbarian class.
Who would not be late to the bloodshed. But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky? Oh, Boo, do you know what it would mean? To find a cure for Karnak's
Means we can
heart?
stop going through hell!
Exactly! Her heart would be cured!
We can leave Avernus finally.
You must come and bunk with Minsk and Boo. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go and greet the others. Minsk shall make himself presentable. Ah, this pond shall do nicely, Boo. Though I see no soap. So you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
Get this man some soap.
Ah, my dear friend, it's
Follow?
been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post. Oh, I wouldn't bother you with such things during a party. And anyway, I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature,
Oh,
so
no.
you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Me? It's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to.
He's just waiting. He's just like, yes. Minthar next, or?
Sure.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not. So, here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy. Ah, we could have been conquerors. We could have ruled these realms as gods. Do you ever regret that we did not take control of the Netherbrain?
She had different dialogue in the Evil campaign.
True. But what better revenge could there be than enslaving the abomination that was the author of my torment. I shall not dwell on the past, though. The future is unwritten and rich with possibilities. I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed. I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed.
Alright, Jaheira next.
Well now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Ah, how nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing, huh?
Oh, we should have just rebuilt the city better.
Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three, but nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over.
What are Harpers, anyways?
Farmers, masons, healers.
It's like a big guild.
My own son, Jord, has been
Oh,
moved
that's
to
his
their
guild.
ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing 8 vands. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her.
Again.
There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I
thought
do
she
no
was a
less.
Baldurian.
For all your
No.
troubles,
No.
I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you. Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our
People don't
stomachs.
candle people, I believe.
I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know.
Fuck
Some
yeah.
ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Yeah, I think she's slightly south of Baldur's at Candle Keeper on that. That's what you mean.
I'm gonna talk to Lae'zel. She's walking up.
Yeah.
Scrounging barrels and crates for supplies when he could chew.
Ask for Jackson. Huh?
Hell's Walker returns. For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo.
X-Men, so it's just
I
ask for
never
Jackson.
imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day. In this place.
She's using Limbo. Okay.
Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head. We've spilled blood, gained a foothold in the astral, but still we need allies. And one beyond reckoning has made itself known. Zerith Minyaragith.
Who?
Not a what, but a who. The immortal god king of the Githzerai. An
The
exiled
eyes.
people. Once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped
Fine with the
our
monks,
one
I see.
sky into 2. Algish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley.
It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory
Me, the face of the
always
party.
require a razor-sharp edge.
Gabe's like, never again.
A sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyara Gith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith.
Seems like a chill
This is
dude.
his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him.
Gives you right, chill.
And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm. I suppose it is, rather. I'm just glad to be here at all. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 10 days of effort to conjure my projection.
Take up a spell.
Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This
Just give me the scroll, I could have scribed it.
Fey Run.
Fey Run.
More to the point.
Hey, Rune.
I missed you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go. Mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. But don't think you've seen the last of me. I'll be back. Sure
How long
as the
did
comet
Yankee
will
live for?
rise.
Are they pretty
Sure as
long
Kalir
lived?
will forever circle
I
the
believe so.
Extremely long.
Same as it.
Karlak?
So,
I talked to Shadow. Where's-
Minx is fucking devouring the food, dude.
Or Halsen then?
Anyone you want.
Alright, my boy Halsen.
I was watching Minx eat like 5 pies, 3 skills, in 10 seconds.
Be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now our paths cross.
The reason I
once
mentioned,
more.
I'll wait for him to finish speaking, but
Go ahead.
okay. Because they had that rumor with the current Vlaakith that Kithrak, the Voss, the one that we didn't manage to kill who teleported away, was the one who took down Orpheus. Like, Kithrak has to be pretty fucking old. I have to imagine these Yankee live for thousands of years.
Yeah.
I mean, elves pretty much live forever. Halsin, being a druid, is immortal.
Company, I sense. I cannot imagine otherwise after
Is
what
it
we
10
shared.
to a year or is it 100 to a year for them?
That bond was forged in a crucible that can
Druids are a
be
meal
stoked
more,
again,
they just
O
age very
Father
slow.
willing. It is a bond that can
The
weather
end
any
of the
distance,
druid thing says they're actually
any
immortal.
passage of time.
In 1 year or 2 year?
I know it can.
5e.
For I feel the
Nah.
longing for old friends in my heart each day. I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place.
Come here, kneel down before you're better.
For every 10 years that pass, your body ages only 1 year. Timeless body. Starting at 18th level, you put more magic that you will cause you to age more slowly. X10's the lifespan, and Halsin's elf fluid, so...
That was
I'll live forever.
worth the wait.
Elves already live forever.
No. Elves
That
around
was
400.
more than worth the wait.
So 4,000 for him.
Oh, I suppose you didn't
More
mean
than
that
that.
literally. Now, we have much to catch up on.
By
Do
the
not allow
elf.
me to ramble on. I am eager to
An
hear
elf
all
typically
you
claims
have
adulthood
to
and adulthood going 100 and can live to be 750 years old.
It's not 400.
In that case,
That's the average
very well.
lifespan.
Our
The more likely to
community
die.
grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland.
Oh, so
into a true
he
home
went
for
back
all.
to Act 2.
In
to
another
clean
6
up
months,
everything.
I would wager the scars
Yeah.
of the past will be entirely invisible,
At
even
max
to those who remember them.
7,500 years old for
The
Elson.
old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes.
But looking at his
And the land
body,
is rich with harvests and
he looks like
bountiful
40
trees.
already.
Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
So he only has half the time left over.
It is, truly.
I say it's on
Though a more
3,000 years.
complex, evolving
Okay.
beast than I could ever have anticipated. I spoke often of balance before. Only now do I realize the balance is no simple, fixed thing. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of. You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin.
Why would he
Another
call
is the
Daddy,
chorus
man?
that
What the
greets me
fuck?
each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake. More than a few, I should think. At least I shall be equipped to explain the birds and the bees when the time comes. But I hope that time is quite a while off yet. I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image. You have kept yourself busy.
Fire,
I
fire,
expected no
fire,
less,
hell,
in
hell,
truth.
hell, death, death, death.
I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to
Smite,
you.
smite, smite.
And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else. Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned. On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
Alright.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this.
Keep launching fireworks.
Ducks are my favorite,
Aw,
but
he's really
I
good at
thought
it.
they
about
were
penguin.
particularly fitting in this case.
So penguin.
I don't think anyone knows what a penguin is.
Traveling far and wide with the
So I never
turkey
went on.
seasons.
I mean, I never fucking over.
Yet
You're trying about a place that's never winter.
They should probably name it Always Winter, to be honest.
It's Greenland. They're just trying to confuse people.
Yeah.
Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
Next.
Where
Karlach?
is Karlach?
Next to Minsk at the fucking buffet table.
Yeah, we think they all don't fucking come down in the foods.
We have boiled beholder eye stalks.
Oh shit. Oh my god. He wasn't kidding. Where's you mad bastard? You brought us back! Commander Zula won't know where the fuck we went! Oh man, I can't wait to say hi to everyone. Look at them, the beauts. Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be alright for the night. And you and me will get to sleep with both eyes shut for the first time in 6 months? You don't need to ask, soldier.
Blue fire, huh?
Whenever it's romantic, yep.
Alright.
Hold on, I'm feeling romantic.
Romantic.
Here, here. Enjoy it, soldier. You've earned it. She's got a knight in her, I think. Any trouble and I'll toddle back off to hell quick as you please.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Before you go, I've been thinking about those blueprints we found. Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop me from fixing this thing. I might have an in with one of the guards, though. An old acquaintance called Flo. Not sure she'll help us, but maybe. We might get to come home. Permanently. Maybe even sooner than we think.
Yeah. Who else is left?
Let's see.
Starion?
Oh, yeah.
Starion's here. Obviously, God Gale is.
Oh, yeah, Gale. We forgot the guys, the brothers.
Tressum is here. The cat with the wings.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Don't
sure
call
if
her cat.
our withered
It's
old
stressful.
friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And look at you. Straight from the hells, still reeking of brimstone. I
That's
take it
spicy.
you've been having fun. Understandable, but try to resist the urge. I don't want to know what your clothes have been through since we last met. Although I do like the style. Tortured armor never does go out of fashion. Oh, you know, ups and downs. I haven't seen the sun since the brain fell. I'm reduced to eating vermin once more, and I can't walk the streets lest Cazador finds me. You know, when I say it out loud, there have been decidedly more downs than ups. Almost exclusively downs, actually.
That's a dang.
Well, you've been busy, haven't you? Away having new adventures, living your new life. Although, if you wanted to help now, I certainly wouldn't say no.
Come on, Karlach, we're gonna kill Cazador in one night.
Yeah. Daylight, come on.
One hopes. Thank you.
So canonically, we go kill Cazador.
But killing vampires is a decidedly daytime activity. For now, we can simply enjoy the night. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Alright, my boy or I'm gonna talk to Tressum first.
Speak to Amos.
Yeah, I talked to, how did I talk to Scratch earlier?
In all his glory. I hope you're happy, the god of ambition. Have you ever heard anything more ridiculous? Not in the least. And who led him straight to such ridiculous notions, hmm? Who left that crown in the river where any foolish wizard could swim down and pick it up? You were looking out for him. I expected better of you. But it would make everything so much easier. I know there's nothing you could have done to stop him. Not really. Once he'd decided to learn nothing from his mistakes, what use were either of our protests? Perhaps you'd be willing to come meet Gale's mother sometime? She misses him so, and I know it would do her heart a world of good to discuss her son with someone who knew him as he was. Jolly good. I'll tell Mrs. Dekarios to be expecting you. Oh, she'll be delighted. Things just haven't been the same without himself cluttering up the place. Enjoy your party, dear. I've heard you quite deserve a celebration.
Alright, Gale.
It's time. Do it.
Goodness. Was
Yeah,
Faerun
you are, like, more
always
explained.
so dull? Still, at least the company was worth the trip, if not the view. I told you I would, didn't I? I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but I can provide a rudimentary sequence of events. First, I retrieved the crown of Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations. Then, I used it. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver. Magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it. Using the crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form of magic, fused with my being, driven by my purpose. And then I put it to work. As expected, Mystra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity. Ambition. I offer
Wasting valuable.
Oh, God. Seize their destinies for themselves. Great as the heights I've reached thus far may be, I've not forgotten my humble origins. In fact, they're central to my doctrine. Those drawn to the Galarian Creator merely seek my guidance as the impressive, all-powerful being I've become. Ambition is about beginnings.
He's just really arrogant now,
Not just about the
right?
heights, but the lows that preceded them. I was nothing.
He's being really humble for a god.
Dust mote
He
of a
is.
wizard, abandoned by my goddess, my powers lost, my reputation destroyed. And look at me now. I'm their proof. Proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible. You see? Now you're realizing your true potential. You, and many more by the day. There are already several shrines in my honor scattered across the outer reaches of Thay, and rumors of a very prominent temple under construction in Arm. This is only the beginning. I thought you would be. Now, divine as my company undoubtedly is, I have an eternity to catch up with you. A luxury few others at this party possess. Don't let me deprive them of your company. Or mine, for that matter. It's not every day a newborn god shows up to the reunion.
Is that everybody?
Where's Raphael?
Let me
God
see his
damn it.
stack. Let's look at his stats. Oh, what the fuck?
Right, and Tressem's a cat's.
Well, I like. What is that? Look at that powder more. That's the best one right there. Gabe, look at that.
Don't you forget
Perhaps the bard knows some of my favorites. Unless my taste in music.
And I like how
is too
Karlach and Will are
romantic,
dancing now. They're like, finally, we're out of hell for a bit.
Yep, no, wonderful.
Is there anyone else?
You can check. You know, I'm talking to you want to see the wizard options. You in?
No, you can go ahead.
Oh.
The whole gang is here. Wish I'd had time to polish up the horns.
What?
I read the tooltip for the shirt I'm wearing. You know what it says?
What?
Hewn with rough style, these trousers are fire resistant, bloodproof, and tough to pull off. Unless you're a big barbarian lady. Oh, that's great.
Alright.
Alright, let me know when you guys are ready to end.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not.
I'm gonna leave.
Alright. Gabe, you good?
I sad we didn't get to see that bit with Raphael, but it's okay.
We can look at it up after we finish.
Let me try
I'll
this.
probably do it in the last campaign anyway.
Let's see if I can go find them.
Revelry
Let me just check around the back of the camp, see if there's anything I missed.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Alright, let's go to Willow's.
Alright, you want me to talk to him?
You or me? I am the host.
You can go ahead.
You idiot, or is you talking something?
1 second.
I won't be in Avernus forever, you know. Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. God, is it good to see you again. This won't be the last time.
Alright, good.
Go ahead.
Are we getting out?
Yo.
Alright.
Well, don't leave or
Don't
get your
leave now.
achievement.
This one
Yeah.
The achievement comes after the credits.
And the going dice.
Different.
In combo.
Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate.
I don't know if you know, but I died
Until
my
such
clothes.
time it requires saving again.
There's a chest with all the dies and clothes in the game.
How dost thou feel?
Neither speak.
Epic, not Andrew though.
Andrew was a hard worker.
What indeed? Prick up.
When did
thy
we start this
ears
campaign?
And listen.
Are you done poet?
Much better than the
Balance of the
ball
world
ending.
restored. The balance of these lives,
all
mortal
of
and
humans.
otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you.
We have so many companions. Is that all the companions we could have, or?
Wow, 3 all at once.
Leave no one behind.
Fuck yeah! We got that stupid achievement! Oh, I don't have to worry about it anymore.
They actually, so when we knock those guys out, they still live the family.
Thank God. Which means it's just date Karlach. That's the last achievement.
Alright.
I'll be taking on that responsibility, thank you. No.
No, mine.
Why? You already got yours.
I didn't get mine.
You got Shadow.